Monetization. We are talking all things going live. Thank you so much for joining. I am running a few minutes behind, but I am here, friends. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I am going to set up my screen and make sure I can connect with my target audience, okay? So let me know if you have questions. I appreciate you coming on in. We're going to get started in a second. And so I want to make sure I answer questions, and we are going to chat about going live. I'm going to talk about the agency. I'm going to talk all things going live as well to make sure you guys are engaging with your audience. And then I'm going live tonight. I'm going to do my sub only live, so we're going to do that as well and make sure that we are building community that way as well. So let me know if there's any questions, and we're going to get to go on live a little early. Appreciate everybody being here. My mod, yes, Michelle Crochet, she's not able to join us, but if she was here, she would let you guys know to make sure you are 18 years and older. Make sure you are also um, keeping your comments professional because this is a professional live stream. And then I'm gonna tell you to make sure you like the live, comment so I know you're here, who you are, where you're from, and then also make sure you subscribe to the channel. So thank you all for joining the live. We're gonna get started. Um, this is my go live. Let's see. Go live with confidence, with ease. Um, and then let me know if there's questions. I want to make sure I'm answering questions. I want to make sure you guys are feeling supported. Okay. So I'm looking at all these little fun gifts they have in here. There's a lot of fun ones. So I'm just taking a look at what's in here real quick, doing a quick scan. And we're going to set up the screen in a second. And then I have to put a sticker. I got to do all my other stuff. And make sure I am also answering questions. Hello, Beth. How are you? Hi. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the live. Beth, tell me where you're from. Um, I haven't seen people lately. My regulars are not here as often. So let me know if you're new to the live, if you're new or have you been here before, Beth? And then let me know where you're from. And then my other friends who are joining, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking the live, comment, and subscribe. So, hey, you guys are coming back. I missed you all. So YouTube has not been bringing people in my room. So it's been just me talking to myself lately. So I don't know if you guys have been getting the signal, but I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for joining. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a TikTok Creator Network agency, so I'm going to talk about all of that. I usually co-stream. I'm actually setting up my channel over here now for TikTok, but I am here. We're going to talk, connect. Make sure you like the live, make sure you comment, and then subscribe, and then click that bell so you can get notifications of when I go live. So that is going to be extremely helpful. So as you get all this great information, I want you guys to grow. I want you guys to feel confident. I want you to find your audience, and I want you to engage. So that's what we're talking about. I talk about this all the time. This is not, it's not super easy in the beginning, but you get used to it. So we talk about mindset. We talk about all the different strategies to get engagement, but I want you guys to be successful. So I'm so happy to see people. Because I was not seeing people. I had a few people who knew I went live at this time that would show up and be supportive. And then, but now you guys are back. So welcome back to the room. Make sure you comment and subscribe as well as like the live. And then share it out. Share it out to other friends. YouTube is different from TikTok. I will say that in terms of how you have to get your audience to come and engage. Because I don't see you guys unless you guys say something. Unless you say hi like Beth did. And so I want to make sure I'm supporting, but I can't do it if you don't say anything. So let me know if you have questions. So I'm going to, I'm setting my screen now so that I can go live on TikTok. And so you guys are going to see me in real time. I'm actually about to go over to the other side. And we're going to talk and connect with our friends over here. I am going to make sure I turn off this live viewer wishes box. I'm not sure how it always comes on, so I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm going to put a sticker up. I want to put a sticker up that says, we are having our sub only live tonight. Give me 1 second, my friends coming in. Sub only live today. And we're going to say that is at 6:30 p.m. ET. Are they going to let me put all the letters? They might. No, that's it. We're going to go with it. Hello, how you doing, love? Thank you so much for joining. Silver Fox, hello, friend. How are you? Thank you for joining. How's everything going? I appreciate you coming on in. I'm setting up all my screens so I can go live and look and see what's going on here. So I want to make sure I have it all set up when I put my drop that over, put this over on this side. Did it covered up my sign. So let me see if I can bring my sign up a little bit. Hello. I'm trying to see if I can make it all work. Certain things get pushed to the side. So did that work? Hello, friends. Hello, everybody coming in. How you doing, J-Boo? Hello, Silver Fox. Thank you for those stickers. I appreciate you, friend. Hi, Thomas. Hi. How are you, friend? Come on in. Thank you for joining. I'm going to get to sharing out my live. I got to add it to my story. All these things I got to do before I go live. TikTok says, do this, do that, do this. So, and then my YT people, good, good. How are you, friend? Tell me where you're from, Thomas. Appreciate you. Miss Darlene, how are you? So I'm setting up my screen. I'm sharing it out. I'm going to share it out to some friends so that they know I'm here as well. And then we'll make sure we are engaging. I can't co-host now. I was about to share out my live. I didn't know that person either. I was like, I don't think that's a person in the agency. I always answer you guys. I don't think that was. I feel bad if it was, but I don't think it was. So I am sharing out my live now. So you guys know. You say join me. You guys, you know I put that join me. Okay. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to get to tapping. Appreciate all my fan club members. Hello, Mimi. How are you, friend? Come on in. Thank you so much, my friends coming in. Natty Nat, how are you? I'm setting up my screen, so that's what I call myself doing. I'm trying to get it all set up. But let me know where you're from and how I can support. I appreciate you all being here. Good morning, Natty. And then feel free to connect. Miss Darlene, how you doing? Let me know if I'm buffering. You got your daily heart me. Appreciate your friend. So we're going to get to talking. I'm doing my sub only live tonight. So if you are a subscriber, we're going to do it tonight. Your girl needs to do a quick video announcing that I'm doing my sub only live. I just have not had time to do it yet. So I'm going to do it right after this live and before I meet with Natty Nat. But yeah, so I have to kind of fit it in between times. So I'm only going to stay live. We'll see if I can get right at 90 minutes to 2 hours. We'll see how long I can do this. But I'm not going to stay super, super long because it's going to be a longer day with the 3 lives. Because I got my 10, I'm going to do my 4, and then I'm going to come back at 6:30. So if you are a subscriber, so Nurse Patrice, how you doing? Good morning. Nurse Patrice, we gotta talk about engagement. I have not done you. I've done you a disservice. So we'll talk about the boxes, the badges, the boxes. Good morning, friend. And thank you so much. So I have not done you the right appropriate intro to making sure you are an engaged person in these TikTok streets. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. So stay with me. I'm doing a live this evening. Perfect. Perfect. So we're going to talk about things. So I gave you the checklist. So make sure you log into school, look at that checklist. So you kind of know what to do before you're live in terms of your setup and things you want to pay attention to during your live. and then after your live. Okay. And so when it comes to the agency, anybody coming in that's new to my live, thank you for joining. It is no fees. It's zero fees. It's very much you know, we I was in Janine's live. She said free 99. So it is a free program. When you think of it in the sense of TikTok pays you with diamonds and rewards you earn, and then TikTok takes their percentage, and then TikTok pays the agency with their percentage. So know that it is all about your growth and helping you get better and helping you engage with your community. Okay. Yep. Practicing. I'll make you proud. I love it. I love it. So, friends coming on in, I see you. I see all of you coming in. I appreciate you coming in to support. How you doing, Black Lotus? Appreciate you, friend. Let me know if you have questions. We're going to get to talking and chatting. I want to make sure I'm answering all questions. My friends joining me. And if you are new to my live, put new in the chat. Let me know. I know y'all, I was teasing yesterday. I never say how you doing, Dr. Trish coming in. I never say hi to prospects. So let me say hi to prospects so y'all don't think I'm mistreating prospect. So good morning, prospect. Thank you for liking the live. So I was teasing. I don't know who heard me last time, but that is me in my other account, my tapping. So that is me at prospect is actually me. So I don't want y'all to be like, she never say hi to that person. I just said good morning to that page. Did you really? Thank you. I appreciate you. I figured out how to find out what's your gifting over time. Oh, tell us. You got to spill the tea. So, from a viewer perspective, now this is from a viewer perspective. I shared what you can see from a live host perspective, where you can find the gifting from your within your live stream. But you're saying as a viewer, there is a place that shows a record of where you gave your gifts, what gifts you gave. I think it was a combination. Your question was what gifts and where you who you gave them to, and maybe how many coins you spent too. so so I think all of that is there. So please let us know. Okay, Dr. Trish is gonna come up. Hello, friend.
Yep, I figured it out.
Where is it?
So, if you go to the little hamburger, the three lines at the top right corner when you're on your profile.
Okay, when you're in your profile. Okay, gotcha. When you're in your profile, on
So,
your profile
the
page,
three
there's three
little
lines.
lines,
Mm-hmm.
I think people call it the hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there, then you go to balance,
Oh, balance.
and then you're gonna see like at the top, you see like kind of like a box, a black box, right?
Okay, yeah.
Where the word coins is.
Right.
You click on the word coins.
Okay, okay.
It's gonna go into another screen, and you click that little icon that's at the top right, and that's where it is.
Gotcha. Okay, the other place to get to this, just so that you know. So where she took you was on your profile. If you could click the three lines, that is a mini screen will pop up and it'll give you about three options, three or four options. Maybe it's four things that's there. I usually take you guys to settings and privacy for like if you ever want to change your account from business to personal, something like that. So what she's saying is that under that settings area, under that area is balance also. And it's one of those things that you don't necessarily go to that way. So I'm going to tell you the other way to get to it. But she's saying you can get to balance there, and that's where you can click to coins, and then coins. There's a a symbol at the top. What symbol is it? What did you say was there?
Not sure what symbol it is, but it's a little symbol, like a little icon, up at the top right.
Okay, under coins.
You have to click coins first.
Gotcha.
You have to click coins first, and when you go into the next page, after clicking coins, it's that little symbol on the top right.
Okay.
And then you're going to see it right there.
Gotcha. So the other way to get to what she's talking about is if you're on TikTok Studio, so you're on your profile, you click TikTok Studio, you'll see Tools and Live. So under Tools, scroll down. Right before you get to monetization should be your balance there. Once you click your balance, at your balance, you'll see your balance and you'll see coins. She's pretty much taking you to the same place. So you click coins, and then she said there's a symbol in the top corner for coins for you to get to it. And so that's where you would go to see your overall balance. Let me see. We can do show and tell. We got a small room, so let's do show and tell. So this was the question of how many gifts you gave. I'm gonna go to my shop page. So let's see. So this shop page is relatively um, it doesn't go to a lot of lives because it was my TikTok shop page, but I've gone to some lives and I've given some coins away. So if you're on your profile, she's talking about those three lines here, and then here you see the word balance.
Yeah.
So you can see your balance that way. Let me see what my balance is. And this account doesn't have a high balance. No, what I just pressed. It has, let me go back. It has a $10 balance on it right now and some coins. So she's saying click the coins area. And then and that little symbol here.
Yeah.
It's like a little, it's almost like a little file form with a little TikTok symbol to it. And then this is where she's saying you can see, yeah, the coins that you've given. Okay, good. This is the balance. Okay, cool. Who knew? Coin history, that's what it's called. Now, the other way I said you can get to this if you're on your page is school a subscription. Is school a subscription for you all to pay? No, it's a subscription that I pay. It's something I pay for, but no, you guys don't pay for it. It's free for you. Is that what you're asking? No, there's not a cost for you to join school. Some people do have their school where it's a cost to join. You can set it up that way if that's what you're asking. You can set it up where people pay to be in your school, but my school is free to you all. Let's see. Let me know if I missed any questions. So the other place to get to it, if you go to your TikTok studio on your home page, so you're on your profile, your profile page. And then, like I said, if you're on the tools side, so this is tools, you scroll down to where that $10, you saw my $10 balance there. And then there, you get to it that way, the coins. And then it's that same coin history she's saying in this top corner. It's the little symbol. Okay? So that was her question on how to get to it. And that's something I just never paid attention to. Thank you, Dr. Trisha. I appreciate you, friend.
You're welcome.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. So each one teach one. Now you know where to find your coin balance and your history, which you then put out in these TikTok streets. Okay. So we're talking about this. Let me do this. This is for my friend, so Nurse Patrice. Let me say something. Thank you, Dr. Coach Jesse, for coming in. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. I appreciate all the support. Nurse, thank you so much. I see the rose in the hand. Daily Heart Me, appreciate your friend. Everyone coming in, thank you so much for the donuts as well. I see you all. Savage, how you doing, friend? So everybody coming in, thank you so much. And thank you for the engagements. Oh, Trisha T, how you doing, friend? Okay, so thank you for the populars. So let me go here for a second because we're talking about coins. So most of the people in the room know what I'm about to share in terms of the badges that you see here. You see a badge for people who are clicking the Daily Heart Me. The Heart Plus is right by my name. It's right next to my name. That's the Heart Plus. So it's a badge that represents that. That's the one that says Lisa with the heart in it and has the Roman numeral numbers in it. You'll see lines. That's for the Daily Heart Me. Those members have become fan club members. And Nurse Patrice, I'm saying this for you because you're going live. So this is something you want to pay attention to. So I'm going to break this down a little further for you. But you have that. And then you have the people who have the blue, almost purple. Some people almost have purple with the number. So that is your engagement number. You say KK. And so what we were just talking about is that with coins, TikTok says, okay, for you to get that number, the high engagement number, your level of engagement, and for you to get a badge for this live to be a fan club member, you have to have coins. That's what we're talking about here. You got to have coins on your account. Let me flip it so you can see the words. You got to have coins on your account. And on those coins, you're able to use those to send the gifts. Okay? So that's how people send you gifts, essentially. They put whatever amount they want to onto their TikTok account. That's what this is, the TikTok account. So let me share this. The top number represents coins that I've gotten, or gifts that I've gotten, rewards that I've received from TikTok. That's my balance. That's why you see that. And this is my shop page. So right now, my live, and I haven't gone live on this account in some time, but essentially my live rewards, that's what this is here. You see the box. You see the box here. My live rewards adds up to currently $10.29. Now, that money, as a live host, I can take that and exchange it to become coins, which I probably will do. I shouldn't say I probably will do. I will do. And so those will become, that's money that I'll exchange, and I'll just put it right back into my coins. And as I visit different rooms, I'm able to send out gifts, and I'm able to support the live stream. I'm able to become a fan club member, all the things. So you got to have coins on your account to fully engage. Now, we always tease and say TikTok's a little messy, because essentially TikTok tells on us, and TikTok says, okay, these are people who have gotten coins on their account and have engaged. And we know that because we can see their level of engagement, and we can see that they're a fan club member, or if they're a subscriber, and then how much they've engaged based on that number, that level of engagement, both in the live room for a fan club member, or that blue box, meaning that they've gone to other lives to engage. And so as you become a live host, how you doing, Deb? As you become a live host, you'll notice too. And you'll be able to say, hey, Doc, people are not engaging in my live. And the first thing that I'm going to say is, do they have blue boxes? Are they a fan club member? What does that look like? And you're going to be able to say, no, they're not. I don't see any blue boxes. I don't see anything. And I'll be like, okay. So now you're going to have to educate them on how to engage. How you doing, Deb? Appreciate you. Hey, Doc. How you doing, friend? I'm setting my phone over here. So it's going to be important for you to know how to do that. So TikTok does a couple things. Thank you for the popular votes, friend. TikTok does a couple things. TikTok says, okay, there's free support. $3.99. You don't have to pay for this. Tap in the screen. You see the little symbols on the side that are shooting up on the side there. TikTok says, okay, that's free support. Those symbols coming through. That means people are coming in, they're tapping the screen, they're supporting your live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Deb. And then there is sharing out the live. When people click the arrow, and right now we have 9 shares that have happened. We'll see if we can get some more shares. But shares is another way to kind of send out the live, and you say, hey, I'm sharing this live out. I want to support the live. I'm going to share it out to my friends. So I'm sharing my live. You always, as a live host, want to share your live, and then you want to invite your fan club members, your viewers, to share out the live as well. See, really quick, if people have blue boxes, how can we do it quickly? What do you mean? What do you mean quicker than when they come in a room? What you mean, Dr. Trish? Like, I see Dad. Where's your blue box? When they come to think of it, where's your blue box? You've been, yeah, your blue box isn't showing up when you sent that comment. Interesting. Thanks for for the continued information. You're welcome, friend. Yeah, TikTok is messy right now. I don't know what just happened. Did you hide it? Why did I see your blue box just now? Interesting. Those boxes are ghosting for real. I know. What just happened? Now, it's funny you say that. So, Dr. Trish, let me say this. I don't know how to do it. Me, no. Yeah, your box isn't showing for me. I don't see your box. If you are live, how can we see it quickly? You can see it here, but why isn't your box showing? So let me finish my thought. There it is, not on my side and not on my other page. Okay, now I see it. Now it came up. Okay, I see it. Yeah. So it came up in that last comment, but those other comments, it was not there. Am I the only one that's not seeing it? You did the LOL. It's not there. Am I the only one missing it? My other account is not seeing it either. No, it didn't. Huh. TikTok be TikTok. It is. TikTok doing something. Holly Q just got 6 hand hearts. She's only had 3 for a goal and didn't register any of them. Really? Yeah, something. Yeah, it's glitchy today. Yeah, but Dr. Tricia, let me say this, because I don't know how to do it, but somebody said you can actually turn off being able to see that blue box in the live. Don't know how to do it. Don't know what the how to activate or deactivate that. Beyond somebody who has not been live for 7 days, TikTok will deactivate it. It will get grayed out. But I don't. I know people can do it, and it's not grayed out. Yes, you can. So yeah, Coach Jesse, I think you're the one who presented that to me. But did you ever find the answer for how to turn it off? I don't know if you've ever found the answer. So I never found out either. I just heard you said it for the first time, and I heard someone else say that you could do it too. Now, how do you see if your audience have blue boxes quickly? Nika did explain. She did explain. Okay, I don't remember what she shared. Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember. Um, I don't know what you mean by quickly. The only way you can see is when they come in the room, and you'll see them flying in at level 25 and above, or as they put a comment in, or you can click their photo and see. But I don't know what you mean by quickly. Go to the arrow below, scroll to settings. Go to the arrow below. So you got to be a viewer. So on the viewer side, so if you go to the arrow below, you can scroll to settings when you are live. Dr. Trish, your question's not question's not computing for me because, like I said, I you see it when people come in your room. So when you're live, you see their blue box, like your comments. You see. I guess I'm not understanding quickly. Quickly is when the person comes in, you see it immediately. Okay, go to their photos. You can click their photos, yeah, but they got a comment, or you would have to, yeah, you can click their photo. If they don't comment, I guess you can go up and click their photo. But yeah, your options are in settings. Your options are in settings to turn off the blue box. Okay, yeah. So if I click the people who are in my room right now, I can click their photos and see really quickly what their level of engagement is. Yeah, their profile pops up. If that's what you're asking, yeah. Once you click their photo, and you can click by looking at the people in the room. I think that's what you're asking. But yeah, if you click anyone's photo, you can see quickly their badge and their blue box, and then their other information. Okay, so Silver Fox, when I go and visit today, I'm going to click my arrow under settings. There is, hey, Eners, under settings, you're saying there's an option for you to turn off your gifting badge level. I think that's what you're saying, sharing. Not sure why you can't see my blue box. TikTok be shortchanging me because I'm level 20. Yes. Okay, perfect, perfect. So I don't know if you guys caught that. So Nurse Patrice, let me know if what I'm talking about right now does not make any sense. Let me know if you are totally lost. You're like, I don't know what this woman's been talking about for the last 10 minutes. And if you don't, I'm going to start over because I don't think I've explained it well. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. You're like, I have no clue what you're talking about. That's what Nika has. That's cute because when I was thinking, I was like, she probably don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about blue boxes. I'm talking about settings. I'm talking about gifting levels. I'm gonna start over. You said I'm not alone. No, you're not, friend. It's okay. But that's the point of this. That's the point. You need to educate your community. So we're gonna get. I'm gonna start over because I think we went about it at a point where when Dr. Trish came up, the whole coin thing, you would have to understand the backstory because we skipped maybe about 5 or 6 different lessons. So before we got to coin, so let me start over. Yesterday when I was live, my daily gift box disappeared and never came back. Oh wow. Oh yeah, I don't know. Huh. Yeah, TikTok's glitching. There's a lot going on. You got a lot going on. So we'll see. Make sure we need to maybe everybody, including me, look and just make sure there's not any updates we need to take care of, like updates to our app updates, and just confirm that. I sent you the screen capture of the options and messages. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. I appreciate you. Can't see Darlene's blue box. So when Darlene said that, your blue box is gone too. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, interesting. They making too many changes all at once. That's the issue. It is true. That's true. I would agree with that. There's a lot of changes happening, a lot of different campaigns rolling out. There's a lot going on. But I think, the reality of this is that change is inevitable and we're going to just have to endure it for a little bit with TikTok, especially as they roll out new campaigns. You're welcome. I appreciate you, friend. Yes, I updated my app 2 days ago. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna take a look at mine. I looked at it a couple days ago and it wasn't an update needed, but I think it's time to look again. You said I see my blue box. You see your blue box. We don't see your blue box. Okay, all right. See you later. Got classes. Okay, thank you so much. Lots of moving parts. It is. It is. And your blue box didn't show up either, Coach Jesse. Thank you, Doc. You're welcome. Okay, so Nurse Patrice. Okay, first of all, put a heart in the chat if you know when I say blue box what I'm referring to. Let me say that. I want to make sure I understand. If we at least understand what I'm saying when I say blue box, what I'm pointing to or what I'm talking about. Maybe that's what I'm asking. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine because I'm gonna get us there. Yes, I updated a couple days ago too. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go and look and see if I know. All right, so here's next to their names, right? Yes. Okay. So you see in your name, you have no badges or indications. That's what I say when you know your audience, you know what they have and you know what they don't have. How you doing, Sarah? So so next to their name, there's always these badges. So we're going to talk about, okay, I have none. Yes, you have none. So you have none. So we're going to talk about how to get some. And we're going to talk about as you go live, you're going to start paying attention to the people coming in your room because you're going to be talking to them and engaging with them. And you're going to see if they have anything. You'll notice those things that they have and they don't have. So we're going to talk about that. Okay, Coach Rhonda, how you doing? And so we got people in the room that have different things. So we'll talk about how they got that and how they engage. And what's going to be important because you see Coach Rhonda and Sarah sending stickers. Those are fan club members as well as Coach Rhonda's even a subscriber. So we'll talk through that as well. But that is so important. Thank you, Text Dad, for sharing. That's important because you need your fan club members. You know the song Where My Fans At? These are my fans. You need your fans. So you're gonna have to call out your fans. But if your fans are not in the room and none of them clicked to get that daily heart me, and remember yesterday I taught you that the daily heart me is part of your monetization. So your fans are important. You want fan club members. You want that little heart to pop up on your screen because that's part of how TikTok monetizes you. So you asked me how to get monetized. You need the people with the badges. You need, in my case, they have Lisa with a heart. You need the Lisas with the heart. Or you're gonna need your people, your fans. You gotta have up to 4 letters for your subscribers and for your crap. I just turned my stuff off for your subscribers in your. Give me 1 second. And for your fan club members. Turn my screen off. Okay. So you're gonna need those. So we're gonna talk about how, first of all, how to get those. And part of your situation is that you're gonna have to start talking about it. Okay. Those people are very important to how you get your room to get activated and get engagement in your room. So you're definitely going to need to call on their support to comment, to share your live out, to engage. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I teach. So I'm going to go back to like the beginnings. Okay. So when people come in my room, I tell this in this joking comment. I said, in order for your room to get activated, when you become a viewer, you come into someone's live room, you are literally entering in an agreement, a relationship between you, the live host, and TikTok. So you're in a threesome. So that's my little funny joke about it. Like you just entered a threesome, you didn't know it. So it's you, the live host, and TikTok. So the three of us got to work together. Now, TikTok made this platform for us to engage and connect and learn and grow and have fun and build community. So that's what's happening here. And as a viewer, you're being asked to engage. Now, you can be a watcher. We call them lurkers, a bystander. What is that? What is that? Black Lotus. Your Simpleton come in. What does that mean? And so you can be that, but if you really want to grow, if you really want to see your content grow, see your community grow, all the things with what this app has to offer, then you're gonna have to put a little bit more into it. That means you're gonna comment, you're gonna engage, you might become a fan club member. You are gonna do all the things to support that live room and help it grow. Yoli, how are you, friend? Yoli went live, y'all, yesterday. Yoli said, I accept the challenge. I'm going live every day. What are you doing 30 days or are you doing indefinitely? Reset your goal. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm so happy to see you go live, friend. Um, so yes, so a couple ways you get support, you give support as a viewer is that you thank you for the shares. I appreciate you, friend. Um, So a couple ways you give support is by liking the live. Okay, that's where those little symbols that are shooting up on the side. It used to be small. I missed a day. You missed a day. You trying to do your challenge too? You got it. You can do two in one day. That'll be makeup. So if you tap the screen, Nurse Patrice, as you tap the screen, just tap the screen and don't let go. Just keep taking your finger and tapping the screen. Under my name, you're going to see a pink heart that's going to pop up. You see it, I don't see it. But you're going to see a pink heart that pops up under my name. And then there's going to be this line that starts crawling across as you're tapping the screen. Okay? As you're tap, 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 that line is crawling across. Don't let go of the screen. Just keep tapping. That pink heart gets a little fatter. Okay? And so then you'll see confetti dots percolating out of that heart. Now, those confetti dots are essentially the likes that you're given. So we're going to talk through that because I'm going to have you let go. And you'll hear people say, tap till you see the confetti. You'll hear that comment sometimes in some rooms. Some people say it. But if you let go, it shows you how many likes you just sent. It'll be a little red indicator. And I was tapping at the same time. I just sent 177 likes from my live. Really quickly, you can like your live. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. You can like your live. You should like your live. And so you can tap and you'll hear people say, oh, let's get the likes up to 25K, 50K, 100K. Let's get our likes in. And then another thing, you can tell how your fan club, how they are liking your live. You can check that as a live post. So that's a little bit more advanced, but we'll talk about that too. But essentially, you're liking those likes tell TikTok, oh, people like this live. This live is kind of popular. Let me push a few more people in the room. Let me maybe put it on the FYF, which is the For You feed. You'll see that people put that in the chat sometimes too. They'll put FYF, engagement, things like that. Because again, those words are telling the algorithm people are engaging, they're enjoying what they're doing. GG's, how you doing, friend? And so it's important that you get your community to start engaging in your live. That's free support. You don't have to have coins on your account. You don't have to do anything there. That's the likes. That's the like in the live that helps boost the live, the live itself. So you want to get that engagement going, hopefully sooner rather than later in your live stream. Now, the other thing, enjoying the live. Thank you so much. Yeah, they enjoy that live. And so learning live, there we go. And so the other way you can get free support is the comments. People are commenting, people are engaging. TikTok's like, okay, this is a lively live. People are like really asking questions. People are connecting with each other. They're engaging. There's these comments. TikTok's tracking those comments. And so as a viewer, you get points for your engagement. Points are tallied in a couple different ways. It's tallied from the Daily Heart Me. It's tallied in the Daily Heart Me. That's the main place that it's tallied. It is also tallied in the blue box. Now, I think the points that you see for the blue box, and I'll talk about those points in a second, are primarily from your gifting, but you do get a point for your taps, your likes, for your likes and your comments. And let me share this because it's up here. So I always kind of point you guys to where information is. So Nurse Patrice, I want you to know this is where you can find this information, like kind of validating what I'm saying. And then we're going to talk about the daily harmony because it's there as well. But if you click the number of people in the room right now, these are what's called top viewers. And by their names is points. You'll see the points they've already collected and accumulated just from this live alone. Okay? And so they're engaging in collecting points. You are even collecting points because of your comments, because of your taps. Okay? So TikTok gave you some points for that. Now, if you click that number again, you'll see there's a question mark. Okay? There's a question mark there. And that question mark breaks down. Thank you so much for that, Corgi. I was on the other screen. I just saw his little behind scooter across. So when you click that question mark, it breaks down the points that I just talked about, those points that you see that's already tallying. Okay, thank you for the follow, friend. So it'll show that you get a point for your taps. You get up to 3 points for every 10 minutes for liking the live. You get points for commenting. So as you're commenting, you're engaging. Thank you for the follow. Big brother, spoilers. I applied. Did you? He said, I applied. He's like, I'm listening. I'm going to apply too. Let me check in a second, friend. I'm going to check and see if you're eligible. If TikTok, thank you so much for the baseball cap. Appreciate you. So, as you are, let's see, friend. Now, TikTok is more than likely, I'm going to tell you right now, big brother spoilers. I see you. I'm looking at your number of, it said, well, TikTok says you're not eligible. And I knew you probably wouldn't be eligible. You don't have enough followers. You're too new. You're too new. So TikTok probably wants you to get more followers first before you can officially apply. I can't invite you because they don't even have the invite box. And I was just looking at your application. I was like, oh, you're more or less new to TikTok. Okay. So yeah, with 40 follow videos for Big Brothers. Yeah. So yeah, you have to have a little bit more engagement and then more followers. And I would say you probably need to post content. I don't know if you have content posted. You probably have to have a little bit more going on with your account before TikTok says, okay, you're eligible for a creator network. But thank you for applying. Come back seriously, so that you can get support. Did you get the flash goal already, or was it heart me? I haven't gotten a flash goal yet. TikTok, where's the flash goal? TikTok will send it now. Because I said, where's my flash goal, TikTok? So no, I haven't. I don't think I've seen. No, I don't think I've seen it. I've been talking, but I don't think I've seen it. Thank you so much, E-Nurse. Appreciate the donuts. So that's how you can start looking and see your comments. So the comments that's happening, the comments that you're doing, you've already started to collect points. So you said I got denied or no? You got denied by TikTok, not me, but by TikTok. TikTok said your application is not acceptable because you don't have enough engagement yet, enough follows. So that was it's a no from TikTok. I can't even invite you. You said, oh. Yeah, TikTok says you're ineligible. That's the message I got for you. So TikTok says, and I'm looking at your followers. You don't have 50 yet. TikTok gives it typically at 50, but that's not a guarantee either. So you just got to get probably more engagement, post a little bit more, do some of the other stuff. But so TikTok says you're eligible right now. Have an amazing day. Setting them out live today and blessings all. Thank you, E-Nurse. We'll talk too. I sent you the invite for us to do our one-on-one. So engagement in the live, comments, tapping the screen, sharing the live. So E-Nurse, let me know if you're with me. There's an arrow. It might be in the corner for you guys. So if you look in the corner, there's an arrow. It's probably right here. So if you click that arrow, that's how you share the live out. And so you'll hear people say, share the live. You can share it from that arrow. You can, sometimes people say, copy the link. That's good enough. And it'll say, copied link. I'll show you on my end. I'm going to click copy link. You're going to copy the link. It says also to add it to your story. I add my live to my story every time I start my live. I'm going to add it to my story again. So it says you can see at the bottom it says Dr. Lisa shared her live out. And up here, from my view, it said added to story. So it just added my live to my story. And so you see people sharing out the live. There's a thing called a power share. Power share is when you press the middle of the screen. So I want you to do this. Press the middle of the screen. If you click my touch my glasses or my nose. In the middle of the screen, you take your finger and press it. You're going to see a list of your followers you can send the live out to. Okay? So you can send this live out to different individuals here. So this is a list of different people. Now, all the people that show up for me are literally people who are in an agency because I'm always sharing lives. I'm going to your lives. TikTok is like, okay, here are your top followers, supporters from a live host perspective. But you can also use that search bar. If you type all the way down to the scroll, all the way down to the bottom, you can find individuals to share the live out to. And you can type in something related to your live. So you might type in something, maybe the word nurse. People with that name in their title, you can send that to them. People who have it part of their, it's typically part of their username or their nickname. So you can send out the live to them. So you could share out your live in bulk. That's essentially what you're doing. And you just scroll down and you share it out to those individuals. Okay? Tap, tap, tap. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Appreciate you. And so as you share out the live, that gets to other friends, followers, and people who are connected to you. Thank you for the shares, friend. So that's free. There's no coins. I ain't talked about coins yet. Tapping the screen, commenting, sharing the live out. That is 100% free support. And you want to participate in that support as you're in a live. Okay? Now, to get the badges and indicators, okay? As a live host, and I'm going to say this to anybody in my agency, I have no qualms about saying it. As a live host, you should have an engagement. That's the number box. You should have an engagement box, okay? Because people, if you're asking people to support your live, then that shows that you are also a supporter of other lives. Did you understand the live hosting process, but you also understand it from a viewer perspective? So if you're going to be in these TikTok streets as a live host, then it's probably your best interest to have a blue box. Because when you go to other people's lives, they're going to see you as an engager. Okay? They're going to see you. They're going to see that you also engage. Hey, friends, Nika. I'm in Holiki's live and was absorbed into the topic. Yeah, her topic's good. She's good. She's real good. I love it. And so, so keep that in mind. You know, I'm not saying that you have to have a high number, but if you're in these streets long enough, and if you're going live and engaging, then you want to have a blue box. So I'm going to say that. So now let's talk about how to get the blue box. I'm trying to set up my screen. It's not doing it. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Thanks, Nika. Appreciate you. So yeah. So thank you so much. So let's talk about how to get a blue box. So blue box. So if you are a blue box engager, blue box comes because you clicked the gift box in the corner. This gift box, and then to get coins on your account, you can click that gift box in the corner. For you, it probably says the word recharge, meaning that you need to put coins on your account. We talked about coins earlier. In terms of when we first started this topic on where you can find your coin history of what gifts you sent out. So to put coins on that account means that you have to put money on the account. So you're going to go to either recharge in the app. If you click that recharge word, it'll take you in the app where you can use whatever form of payment you want to put coins on that. I tell people, you know what, you don't have to break the bank. Start with $10. $10 is good, maybe $20 if you really want to be ambitious, but $10 should get you what you need for basic engagement. No super gifts. You're doing some populars. You're doing the one coin gifts. Maybe a rose. A rose is 1 coin. The daily heart meet is 1 coin. 1 penny essentially. That's what it is. And so you're not breaking the bank. So $10 will give you your enough engagement. It will get you your blue box. Okay. Because once you send a rose, 1 gift, you get a blue box. That's it. Once you click the daily heartbeat, one daily heartbeat, one coin, 1 penny essentially, you get a blue box. So that's how it works. So I tell people, I don't want you to make this out to be something that is impossible, highly expensive. You do want to think about your budget. You want to be intentional about how you spend. You don't want to just keep clicking, clicking, clicking if that is not within your budget. But it is something where you want to make sure that you are being perceived as an engager. Because if you don't have the boxes, people see it. People know. People can tell. It's quite obvious. So you can also go to the website, and then TikTok has an app you can download too, where you can get coins. The website is cheaper. It's a discount. They have a discount for coins there. It's www.tiktok.com, and then there's the / symbol on coin, COIN. So if you go there, you can get coins on your account, and then you can engage fully. Okay, you'll get your blue box. You'll get your ability to see gifts, whispers, hello souls. See divine whispers, hello friend. I just got the flash go, divine whisper. I got to do the whole spiel for you, friend. So yes, I was talking about engagement. That was today's topic. We were talking about engagement from a viewer perspective. So as a live host, TikTok gave me the donuts. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support. And this is important too. So as you are talking to your viewers, you want to do the flash goal. You do, because that's part of how TikTok sets a goal out there for people to engage in your live and for people to participate in gifting. But if you have people in your room that don't have blue boxes or don't are level 0, then they don't, first of all, they probably don't know how to engage. But second of all, they don't have coins on their account, idea or presumably, that they can engage. So they need to know how to support your live, because you will never get your gift gallery. I mean your flash goal achieved. So that's part of why you need to explain it to your community. Like, here's what this means. Here's what you're doing. Okay. It takes time. I'm not saying that you should be able to do this overnight, but it is something you want to put on the forefront at some point in your live stream, because you'll be able to tell how you're performing based on how your community is engaging in your live. Okay? Because if you don't have any fan club members, then they're not clicking your daily heartbeat. They're not coming in and sending out populars or sending stickers or commenting or tapping your screen, sharing it out. That's what the fan club does. And so the fan club, they get points for that. And they constantly grow and level up because they're coming in and they're supporting your live. But if you don't talk about that and you don't have that, then you're missing out on engagement. And for your room to grow and be successful, you need that engagement. Okay? It all works hand in hand. So I don't want you guys to miss out on why you need to do that. Like, why is that happening? And some people probably there's some manipulation that's happening there too, and they probably overdo it. But at the same time, that's part of, not that you need to over manipulate or anything like that. I'm not saying that. So I'm not saying that, but I want you to understand that is part of the gameplay. So if you're a person that's saying, I just want to come here and sell my book or get my coaching classes or get people to sign up for my TikTok's like, no, that's not what we're doing here. You just can't do stuff for you. This is a business. We got to work together. We want people to stay. We want TikTok. So think about that in terms of how you infuse that and engage that into what you're talking about, so that you can get people to fully engage. Okay? Let me know if there's any questions, friends. I know I went down a path that some of you, thank you for the daily heart me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. I see you all. So I know some of you, thank you for the donuts too. And thank you for the shares, Bold Queen. Appreciate your friend. So I know some of you guys are like, okay, Doc, what that was a long speech. But I want to make sure you guys, especially my new people, get it. Are you doing your 4 today? I am doing my 4. I'm gonna be on these streets for a minute today. So I'm gonna do 10, I'm gonna do 4, and then I'm doing my sub only live. And my sub only live, let me give the teaser. We are going to talk about subscriptions. Thank you so much, friend, for the stickers. I appreciate you. We're gonna talk about subscriptions because I want to have us in the mindset for super fans. Okay, I want to make sure we are thinking about super fans. So I just talked about the fan club. I spent today talking about engagement. So super fans is important for you guys to kind of think about those individuals too. So as that rolls out, I want to be able to put that on your forefront as well. Thank you for the people joining. It's popping by pretty quickly. Thank you, Project Loop. How are you, friend? Thank you for the hand heart, the heart as well. So I want you guys to keep super fans on the forefront. I don't want you to miss out on having a super fan, setting that up, and then ultimately, okay, what is sub only thing? See, okay, Divine Whispers. Divine Whispers. I'm gonna have to start over. So let me talk about that from a let me talk about that from an engagement piece too, because I was explaining it to Nurse Patrice. So because you don't have the badges, the blue box, the Lisas, so Lisa, one Lisa is for the fan club, the other Lisa is for my subscribers. There's a star up here. It's gonna scroll past with the donuts, but there's a star. If you are a super fan, I'm sorry, if you are a fan club, I'm sorry, if you are a subscriber, you will click the star. That is a paid subscription that people have. They'll have that set up where you can essentially have people who are looking for a subscription benefit that you're offering. My subscription benefit is that I do the subscriber only lives. So essentially, if you wanted to come to my live when I started at 6:30, if you wanted to actually join the live, you'll see that I'm live. It'll show up on your screen, and I even have it set up where you can do a 60-second preview. And so it'll look like you came into the live, you're listening to Dr. Lisa, and then a screen will pop up that you need to subscribe if you want to attend the rest of this live stream. You need to become a subscriber. So TikTok has it that way. So it's literally a subscriber only live. So only subscribers can attend it. Then you can attend a preview version, but you can't attend the whole session unless you subscribe to the live. So TikTok will black out the screen. So that's where you're offering just a benefit for your subscribers. When it comes to having, good morning, how you doing, Janine? When it comes to having a subscriber only live, you want to have that, especially now as we're in this transition for the subscription benefits. TikTok has just added an upgraded subscription. So when you think about subscription as an umbrella, there's a plan that is available for people to engage in your content, so a subscription plans for your content, and then there's this other new plan that's rolling out called the super fan subscription. It is only for your live stream. Okay? So you want people to come to your live and you can share what your super fan subscription is going to be. And then ultimately what you'll do is with with it being this transition period, TikTok is allowing for that super fan benefit to be available. If people purchase it now, they'll have it locked in for that price that they paid for now for the next 3 months. So my super fan, my basic subscription is for $2.99. So TikTok says, okay, that's fine, that's good and all. You can have that subscription available for the next 3 months, that price rather. And then as of December, people would pay $9.99 if they want to continue to be a subscriber for you. Things are going to change. I mean, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate you. Things are going to change, with how people's subscriptions will look, but how many subscribers they get. But that's how it works. What's in the subscription? Well, you're saying my subscription in particular, or you're just saying in general? Let me answer in general. As a live host, you create your benefits. So there's a subscription page, and you can decide what you want to offer in your subscription. Yes, in your subscription. So you can offer for super fans. You'll be able to offer for the live stream a sub only live, a super fan only live. You'll be able to offer your super fan only chat. Let me give you an example. Let's do this real quick. So this is for my friend Janine. So Janine, this is what should have happened. Let me show you, friend. Let's play with the subscription real quick. I need one more donut too for hold on one second. I need one more donut for the Daily Heart Me. I'm sorry, the Flash Go. Thank you so much. Appreciate your friends. Thank you for that. Um, so let's do this. Only subscribers can chat. So subscribers, send me some subscriber stickers. Let's see. Only my subscribers can chat right now. Only subscribers can chat. So if you are a subscriber, send some stickers. Let me know you're present, and go ahead and connect. Hey, Dr. Lisa, how you doing, friend? Hey, Kim. Hello, Janine. Janine said, I did it. I'm able to chat. So Janine, I'm teasing Janine a little bit because she accidentally turned on her only subscribers could chat, and she didn't mean to, and she just talking. She's like, why ain't nobody talking to me? I'm so hyped. Why ain't nobody talking to me? And I had to run over to her YouTube, y'all, because she couldn't chat with nobody. I was in the room. I wasn't a subscriber. I was like, man, you got your sub only chat feature turned on. Only subscribers can chat with you. So that's a feature that's in the live stream, but it's for your subscribers only. So essentially, some people turn that on like 2 minutes. Like if the room is rooming and chat is chatting, you turn that on and say, hey, if you want me to prioritize you, I'm prioritizing my sub only, my subscribers only. They're the only ones like, oh, hey, thank you so much, Kat. Kat, thank you for subscribing. I'm prioritizing only my subscribers right now. So my subscribers, you're getting the floor. I want you guys to connect. I just subscribed. Look at you, Chris. And so people do that. That is a feature that you can do for only subscribers. And so thank you for the populace, Kim. And you can't get rid of me. I cannot. I'm not trying to, friend. I am not trying to. You're so sweet. You say, you can't get rid of me. I'm going to subscribe. But yeah, so as you do that, you can turn that on and off. I'm gonna turn it off in a second, but just recognizing that that's how that feature works. So you only you said good morning, fam. Yes, you're only letting your subscriber engage. So just know, and then I'm gonna toggle it off, and so now the chat is back open again. And so those are features that you can turn on as you are going live and you're doing your live stream. And when this changes to super fans, obviously that feature is going to be there still. And then the sub only live is there. And then when you go to subscriptions, there's some other things that you can also do with your subscribers. So um, you can do sticker polls, some other stuff that's in there. Sub wave is turned on. If multiple people subscribe, you end up having this subscriber wave that you can do. And so there's a lot of other little things that's in there. Okay, so Gia, definitely pay attention to that. I love the energy of your agency. It's wonderful. It's an honor. You're an honorary member. I'm no kid. I love it. I love it. You are more than welcome, friend. Just hang out. Kat, we gonna get you in. We just gotta figure out. We'll talk offline. I'm not gonna talk here, but we gotta figure out how to make sure that you become eligible, friend. But yeah, so that's part of the benefit. So I want you guys to pay attention to that. Turn on, activate your subscriptions, go look at your benefits, go see what you want to turn on for your community. For a super fan perspective, if you have something special that you want to offer them, Kim, you're doing something special for your subscribers. I think you're doing a sub only conversation and maybe some other special meetings and stuff that you're doing. So again, just think about how does it align with your topic. You say yes, yes. And so how does it align with your topic? How does it align with you as a live host? And so oftentimes, and let me just think, let's talk through the strategy here. Because once people start paying for your super fan benefits and it's $9.99, they see the value of that benefit, because you may have other things that you offer. Maybe there's a group program, maybe there's one-on-ones that you offer. And so you're giving them a little bit more. You're not giving them the whole thing, but you're giving a little bit more. So then they're like, oh, I need more. I want to do a one-on-one with you. I want to get your other product. I need this other stuff from you. That's how this works. So don't feel like your super fan has to be uh, the same as maybe your coaching sessions or the same as your ebook or whatever you offer. It doesn't have to be. It can be a little small nugget of that, and then that becomes a teaser for the bigger thing that you want to offer them. Okay? But you're just giving them access here. Okay, so I don't want you to overthink that either, because oftentimes we get caught up on like, what can I do? What can I do? It doesn't have to be all of it. Okay, it's literally, you can scaffold it so that it's something that you can make even bigger for them. Thank you all. I see you guys connected. I appreciate everybody connected in the room. Let me know if there's any questions in particular about subscriptions. Nurse Patrice, let me know if you have any questions. And then Divine, let me know if you have any questions. I know you guys are newer to the room, so I want to make sure you guys are getting the information you need. They are also part of the agency. And so what I was sharing earlier is that it's important, as you, and you can tell people coming in here, they got their badges, they got their engagement boxes, they got their, some people got subscriptions, some people are fan club members. So let's be real, there's a difference between your fan club members and your subscribers. So some people might come in and say, I just want to do a subscription, and that's it. And they come in and do the subscription. Some people, oftentimes the subscriptions and the fan club go hand in hand. But some people may be in that situation. But then you may have people who are like, you know what, I'm not going to do a subscription. I'm just going to be a fan club member. I'm going to get this information and I'm good. Okay? So that's totally fine. And then you got some people who ain't even need that. So, what I will tell you though, just pay attention to that. How are you feeling? I'm doing well, friend. You, oh, that's Nika. Um, and so just pay attention to that, because that's going to determine how your room will engage back with you. Okay? If you got people in the room that are not fan club members, are not subscribers, they don't have blue boxes, they don't have any of that, then you know that these are people you need to educate a little bit more on. And this is again from the live host perspective. So I want you to understand that when I jokingly say, when your viewers walk into the room, they just entered a threesome because the three of y'all got to work together to make this thing work. It is true. Thank you, Bloom. I see you, friend. It is true. Thank you for the populace. If y'all not working together and somebody else is doing all the work, it ain't gonna work. Okay, that relationship ain't gonna work. And so just recognize you all are working equally. So the viewers helping with the taps, the watch, the shares, the comments, the engagements. You got your fan club sending stickers. Thank you so much. You said period. You're like, oh, we can't be a threesome anymore. So, you got all those people doing that. Good morning, friends. Thank you, Blue. And you want to make sure, as a live host, you're educating your community. Nika Grace, are you still in the room? Good morning, sis. Are you here, Nika? Nika might have, did she have to come? Sometimes she has to come out and in her, depending on where she's at geographically. So yes, I see you guys. Thank you so much. Let me know if there's any questions that I need to answer, especially for the agency folks. I spend a lot of time on engagement, and I am, because to be honest with you, and I was joking. I wasn't joking, but I was pointing out that if there was one thing from my vantage point that needs to happen, not everybody, but for the most part, it is that audience engagement. It's that education in terms of how to help them engage, and then it's also making sure you're looking at the comments and you're connecting with people and you're answering questions and you're seeing their comments, because people feel seen and heard. So that's the main thing I would tell you. Like, how do you make sure you're infusing that into your live stream and you're being very intentional about supporting your community in that way, making them feel seen. How you doing, favorite RT Nikki? Appreciate you. What is that, Miss Mexis? Thank you so much for following. Appreciate your friend, Miss Mushes. Is that it? Mush X? Mush X. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Okay, so Miss Mush. Okay, there we go. I was like, well, what's the X for? Let's see. Miss Mush. I love that. Okay. Piercing lover. I love that. I have 29 piercing, mom of 3. All right. Welcome to the room. All right. Ex's kiss. Oh, okay. I'm slow on the uptake. Let me see, Fran. I love it. Okay. Um, can I say something though? Let me say something. Because okay, let's do your name real quick. So with your name, did you mean to have it as all one word? Thank you for having me. Someone shared the line with me. You're welcome. Did you mean to have it as all one word, or did you want it to be Miss Mush and an X? Did you mean to have it as one word, or was that intentional? Or and what I would say is that you can separate it so people can see it and capitalize your letters. So that's the way you could do it. Sometimes I pointed it out because actually when I look at your name, it doesn't seem like you did it intentionally. Sometimes, well, I'm sorry, it does look like you did it intentionally. Sometimes people, all one word. My real name is Fatu. Is that it? Is how my partner calls me. Oh, that's sweet. All right. And yeah, that's what I said. It looks like you did it intentionally because your username is slightly different. You got the O3 in there. Okay. Hello, how you doing? Positive Solutions. And so you have that in there. So I was like, well, maybe you did that intentionally because you'll see how sometimes people who don't do it intentionally, it's unintentional, is because they made their username and their nickname at the same time and it all became the username and it just defaults to the lowercase letters as opposed to the uppercase letters in separate words. So that's why I said, well, maybe you did that intentionally that way. So because of how you're using it is slightly different. Yeah, I get it. Yep, yep. So let me know if there's any other questions. So I'm only going to stay on a little longer. I actually do have meetings and I've been on an hour and 6 minutes. I always want to make sure I'm answering questions and I'm supporting you guys. And today became kind of an engagement question because we have new people in the agency. And I think the key takeaway is that um, if you're going to be a live host, you got to make sure you understand those badges. Okay? You got to make sure you understand those badges. And as you are going live, you want to make sure that you are able to also have badges because, and it doesn't have to be the middle badges, the Lisa's, thank you for the populars, is for my room, but there may be other rooms that you want to go to and you want to get their daily heart me, you want to engage in their room. And so you become a fan club member and you're able to send the stickers out. And you'll notice many people in the agency in particular, when they come to the live, they get their daily heart me almost as part of the etiquette when you think about it. We need one more person for the group battle. Oh, okay. Let me talk about that too. And then you also, when it comes to as part of the etiquette, and then you also want to make sure you have yours. I am still learning about TikTok, and it's so hard. It gets easier over time, friend. Thank you for the perfumes, Kim. It gets easier. I don't want you to. So now you got to have me talk about a mindset conversation. Oh, Miss Mush. Okay, okay, mindset. Because that was our talk this morning. Go live in my head every day, and I ain't going live in real life in a minute. Cat, go live, friend. Just go live in real life. I have to reach a certain level to be able to do the subscription, right? For your community, yes. Yes. I think there is, I think I want to say it's 1,000 followers. Don't quote me on that, but I believe there is a number that you have to have before you're able to turn on subscriptions. I don't remember though, and somebody told me recently that they were able to turn on at 1,000, but they were already close to 1,000. But it was something that activated at 1,000. So just know that tomorrow, right? Yes, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday. Only being here since end of July. Okay, you're good. You're good. Well, wait a minute, friend. You got 3,000 followers, and you've been here for what? End of July. You're talking about 6 weeks. So yeah, you're doing great. All newbies, feel free to sign up for the Friends and Learn battles. Yes, let me pin Coach Jesse's comment. So there's a couple things we need to talk about with that. So I don't want to miss out on that. Me Too. Okay. What's the Me Too for favorite? I missed it. Are you doing your four, or should I drop my heart me? I am coming back for my four. Mm-hmm. I'm coming to my four. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do my four. I'll probably do 90 minutes for my four also. Yeah, usually I do that. Yes, fam. Okay. Yeah, so I'll do that. Yeah. Should we go live? Should we go live? Yes, you should go live. Miss Mush, yeah. You know what? I'm a creator network. I'm gonna say go live. Go live, friend. Yes. Yeah. Um, have not. Oh, that's what you said. Me too. You need to go live. Okay. Hey, yes, family. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. I hate talking on the phone. Imagine me on a live. Ha ha. Oh, it's not the same. It's not the same. Mm-mm. I'm not a phone talker either. I'm introverted. Y'all gonna laugh at me, but that's true. I am introverted, and I wasn't a huge phone talker either. I did mine live, but we'll be doing so much more. There we go. Can't tell. You said I can't tell. Yeah, yeah. Hello, how you doing? Love it. Thank you so much. Is it Levite? Let me know if I said that right, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I'm introverted, but this took time. You're talking to somebody who's been going live nearly daily. I can't say every single day, but nearly daily for 9 months. 9 months. Yes, I did the new me, new year, New Year's resolution, the new me, new year experience, and I've been going live since. Yeah, you got stickers, girl. I got stickers. What you mean? Stickers for my fan club? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Click the heart. Click the heart. You'll see it. Wow. Hmm. And that's what I was sharing. So favorite. I'm about to go back to you, friend. Yes. Anybody who is here, and thank you for that daily harmony. Anybody who you said that's awesome. 9 months, nice. Yeah. And so anybody who's here, do some type of challenge for yourself. Thank you so much for the stickers. Do a challenge for yourself. Yes, I need to know how to make stickers. Your own personal stickers, Janine. Canva, Canva. And then before you do that, did you set up your subscription? I think you did. I think you set up your subscription. You got to start with your subscription and create stickers there. Those stickers will be available for your fan club members. You got to activate it, but they are available. So they take the stickers that were part of your subscription. That's why my stickers look the same. They take the stickers that are part of your subscription and you can move them over to your fan club. You can have stickers in your subscription that you don't activate for people to get access to, and you can make those available too for your fan club members only. So there's a couple ways you could do it. And then your fan club, Nika Grace created some stickers. So that's the beauty of it too. People who are subscribers and fan club members, you can create stickers and we can vote on them and they can become available. Yep. So that's another benefit of having fan club members. Yeah, I'm sorry, fan club members and subscribers. Doesn't it not look awkward to talk about no one answering you? Oh, I don't think of it that way, Miss Mush. I don't think of it that way. I'm having a conversation with all of you. I know there's people behind the screen, so I don't think of it that way. And then when there's people not answering and I'm talking, I say, okay, this is content. I'm going to have a conversation. I'm going to talk about some topics that are important to my content. And then I'm going to take the recording because all of this is recorded. I'm going to take the recording, create clips, and use that as content. Yeah. So I don't think of it as, oh, I'm talking to myself. No one's answering. And then here's the other thing I say, if you are engaging in this platform like this, then you should be comfortable talking to the person you love the most, your favorite person. Hey, thank you, favorite RT Nikki. Your favorite person in the world, the person you love more than your kids, more than your husband, more than anybody in your family. You should be okay talking to that person and having a conversation with them because it's the person who, at the end of the day, you are living for. And you're making sure you're caring for that person. So this is self-love for me. This is self-love. So I do this and I don't have any issues with it. I love it. And so I just keep talking and then I think of different ways I can use this. Thank you for the populace and the donuts. I just think about ways I can use this. I can post it on my, because I co-stream. So right now I'm co-streaming on the YT. But I co-stream and it becomes a playlist, and so people can go back and look at this. But at the same time, you can make it content for your YT if you're not going to coach train. Thank you so much for the donuts. And people essentially can go back and look at this and make it available. Thank you for the populars. I appreciate you all. They do. Don't be shy. See that sticker? Don't be shy. I'm going to challenge myself. Yeah, just challenge yourself. Go live. Definitely. Let me go back up. I missed some comments. I appreciate you all. But yeah, Lovey, you said I applied to your agency. I was reading the contract. I'm confused. What you need, friend? Let me know what you need. I'm here to answer questions. You're confused. TikTok, that's TikTok's contract. That ain't mine. Let me be clear about that. TikTok wants you to go live. That's the main thing. Um, and let me know what part do I need to clarify. Okay. How do you create the clips? Your live is recorded and there's clips there. I did a video about this. Um, so if you want to message me, I'll send you the actual video. I don't mind sending you the video, but it's on my page too. But you essentially, after the live, you go to the live center at the top. Um, no, scroll down, you'll see. What was that at the top? It's under live recordings. I think it's at the top of, well, after you end the live, the recording is there. But if you scroll down, you'll see live recordings. Click that. The very first one will be the one you just did. You could download the entire live, or they give you clips. TikTok is very generous. They give you highlights and clips. You can use some of those, or you can create your own little clip and use that as well, unless you kind of identify areas to create. Thank you. Just finding tips before jumping on it. Okay, gotcha. You said you better preach. Cat, you so funny. Wellness girl, hello friend, how are you? FYP, you said you better preach. Yes, I love talking to myself. That's what I see this as. This is good old therapy. I love it. And y'all put comments in here, and I'm like, okay, let me talk through that. Let me, So it's good. I love it. Sassy, how are you? Morning. Good morning. It sounded real serious. I didn't want to get into something too serious. Um, serious like going live? No, I mean it's at the end of the day, you're fine and you can quit whenever you want. I mean, there's some things you got to think about if you do decide to quit, but it's just a matter of you got 50. Okay, let me say that you got 14 days, 15 days actually, to quit without penalty, essentially. And then after that, if you do decide to stay on 15 days moving forward, you can submit a 30-day notice. It's totally fine with you. You can submit a 30-day notice if you want to leave the agency. And then if you do that, then it says, okay, well, now you got to wait 2 months before you can go to another agency because they don't want you just to keep jumping around. So you got to wait 2 months. So it's essentially 90 days before you really can go to another agency. Then TikTok puts you in this timeout, this cooling down period. That's what the way they call it. So you may not have the same amount of visibility that you had before. But if you're someone who's not going live anyway and not getting a lot of visibility because of your limited live schedule, then it may not have an impact. But if you're someone who has a lot of followers and you're connecting and growing and stuff, and you want to move around to agencies, you would have to endure that. And that was my experience. I'm going live on Friday. I will try. There we go, friend. FYP. I love it. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. But beyond that, it's just you going live and you getting training and tips and strategies to hopefully build your community and have a successful live and monetize. Do we need to join a creator network agency? Is that my question of the day? It's covered up right now. Let me see. Okay, my question was fees. I did have that question last week. Um, it depends on how much you're going to go live. Okay, if you're doing this kind of casually, you come on, cut it on, and just talk a little bit, you leave, and you're not focused on having a big community, growing, monetizing, you don't necessarily need an agency, but an agency is helpful for your growth strategy, for monetization, to understand TikTok's rules and challenges and stuff that they have going on, campaigns that they have going on. And then obviously if you get in trouble with your live stream, maybe a violation or banned, agency can submit an inquiry on your behalf and get your account back. So the agency is protection, but it's also growth and training and hosting strategies and all the other stuff that comes with it. I offer weekly Zoom meetings. I do one-on-ones, so I got one-on-ones today that I have to do. So I do one-on-ones with you individually. We're a data-driven agency, so we're gonna look at your analytics. I'm gonna teach you how to look at your analytics. We're gonna talk about different ways you can look at data points that you want to focus on, and then how do you think very strategically in your live stream about ways you can talk about that and support others with maybe your focus is on new followers, or maybe your focus is on getting more likes, and you're like, okay, here's what we want to do, here's where I need more fan club members, here's where I need to think about how do I tell people to follow the live host, okay, how do I get my fan club to support with the taps, the shares, the likes and stuff. And so just knowing that that's where the agency can help you with strategy, and that's the type of agency I have. I want to make sure that you understand how to move the needle. So I think I answered the question about why I need agency: growth, community. Let me say this. This is a great community. Honestly, I'm blown away. I jump into y'all lives, and I'll come in, and next thing I know, there's like 10 people from the agency in the live. I was like, okay, I'll be all here. People come in. And so people come in and support each other, and it's been great. It's been really, really good. Just seeing the support that's happening just because you're part of the agency. And then we have a TikTok group chat. So we share out the lives, you can share out your content. So I think that's where a lot of people see who is in the agency going live, and you'll attend a live because you see it. You said one of two, Dr. Lisa. I have to run. I'm going to message you the message from TikTok support. Okay, friend, let me know. You said one of two. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. I'm here to be TikTok paid. There we go. Then you might need an agency, friend. Do your research, decide which agency is best for you. Hold on one second. Kat, I don't see the two of two. What was your other message? One of two. Okay. And then I see the engagement. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I think your link expired. Can you send another one? Love it. Who referred you? I wanna make sure whoever referred you. Was that Coach Rhonda? Whose room did you come from? Coach Rhonda, are you in the room still? Yes, you did. Thanks. Okay. Perfect. Um, okay. Great day. Thank you. How you doing, Cheryl with Grace? How are you, friend? Welcome to the room. Thank you for the second. Coach Rhonda. Okay. Coach Rhonda, did you send a referral link to Love It? You want to send her a referral link, friend. So she's your referral. Your referral. So if you can send her day 18 in the books because of this agency, I am grateful. Quite appreciate you, friend. Look at you. You said I was in the room. Okay, perfect. I will right now. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen, love it. Coach Rhonda's going to send you her referral link. Coach Rhonda's gonna send you her referral link. Click that. Once you click that, that's how you apply. Once you apply, once you apply, I will be able to see if you're eligible. So there's a couple things that needs to happen. TikTok has eligibility requirements, so you can't be with another agency already. You can't. You have to be in the U.S. or Canada because my agency is approved for the U.S. or Canada. And then you also got to make sure you don't have any violations because you can't join if you have any violations. And then if you made too many diamonds, too many followers, like 1 million followers, $5,000 per month over the last 5 months, TikTok's like, you don't need an agency, you good, you understand how to make money in this app. So just know that those are like the core requirements that you want to pay attention to. But ultimately, Coach Rhonda has a referral code. Everybody who joins the agency have referral codes that they can send out to people, referral links. And you said, I'm eligible. Are you eligible? All right. And so in my room, if you did not come through anybody in my agency already, like if somebody didn't say, oh, come on, come to Dr. Lisa's meeting, I'll always want my people to get credit first. I always want them to get credit first. So you said I did my 10-minute live already. Did you really? Okay, perfect, perfect. I always want them to get credit first. So if you are new, maybe the FYP, then click the link in the corner, and that's how you can apply. If you came from somebody else, and I say this because I want to make sure people get credit. If you are referred by somebody else, they have a referral code. Let's get their code. Get their code so you can get credit that way. or they can get credit for referring you. I just want to be intentional about saying that because I want my people to, yeah, I know we all had the best intentions. You're like, go see Dr. Lisa, but I want them to get credit. So we trying to bring people in. Each one teach one. He said that's the way. Yeah. And then honestly, here's the logic, and I'm just gonna be transparent. If that person referred you, I would hope that that person is also a supporter to you too, just like you was a supporter for them. So we want to make sure we're building a community of supporters. So, and with that being said, what does it look like for them to come to your live and you to go to their live and then y'all work together? Maybe y'all do collaborations and y'all having a common topic and stuff. Each one reach one. There we go, friends. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking too. So I don't want, I don't want you to be out here like, I don't know what I'm doing, how to go live. But if you were in somebody else's live room, then you got a glimpse of the live experience from their perspective and what they were teaching and sharing with you. So again, they may be a supporter of yours too. So, okay, I'll do the battle with you after 10. Okay, you guys are talking about battles. I got to talk about that. We don't, and so in my agency, there are not requirements. I'll be back. Kid duty. I appreciate your friend. Um, there are not requirements. I say there are strong encouragements. We talk about monetization. So battling is a piece of it. Not that you have to battle, but we do educate and teach you how to if you chose that. Okay? So I don't want you to feel like you couldn't do it. And you're like, nobody taught me. I didn't understand it. It seems weird. I don't want you to have that experience. So we talk about it in a friendly way. We do on Fridays what's called Friends and Learn. Our new people, Coach Jessie, she's connected with folks in the chat. And so she's our battle leader coordinator. I don't know, battle general. So she's been helping us kind of coordinate and get our new people up to speed. This is an agency of professional people, and you guys, all of us have been doing our day jobs, maybe still doing our day jobs, but we're doing this stuff, we're doing the TikTok thing too. So we're trying to make sure we grow and learn and we monetize. You said the name changes. Your name changes. I don't know what to call you. You know me and my names. I'm like, what do you? She's the CEO of Battles. Oh, I love it. All right, thank you for the populars. I appreciate your friend. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. It's not something you have to do, but I do say. He said, "I love you." Hello, Lisa. How are you? Thank you for the daily heartbeat, friend. And so we talk about that because the battling offers an ability to monetize. I'll share more about that in a second. And then it also brings community. It also expands your reach so you see more people and they get exposure to you from other live hosts that you're engaging with. So it's a great opportunity for you to have your community rally behind you and support you, hopefully cheering you on to win, and they're supporting the experience. And then you're meeting another co-host that is doing the same for their community. So it's a great exposure. Really quickly, my friends who are like, what is this battle thing? Battles are these 5 minute games, essentially, competitions. So TikTok, the traditional way of doing it, and so they can be more than 5 minutes, but the traditional way of doing it is where you have um, you're in your room as a host. Thank you for the donuts and the daily harmony. You're in your room as a host, and someone else is in their room as a host. So you're going head to head with someone else. The person with the most points wins. You get points because there's this 5 minute timer, and then ultimately what will happen is your room is tapping the screen, sharing the live, commenting, and gifting. TikTok likes this because it essentially is the 5 minutes where people gift at a rate that they normally don't gift at. So TikTok is like, okay, we get it. It's a fun way to build community, but it's also monetization. So based on gifting that happens, you're collecting points, and then those points turn into diamonds, which turn into rewards for you. And so is the other host. And so whoever wins, their room gets these what's called power ups. You get your top 3 people who gave the most gifts, or whoever had the highest gift giving that happened, they get power ups for you. And those are pretty much little strategy game plays for the next battle that you do. So you're collecting power ups. So ideally you win so you can get the power ups, and then you can use them for the next time you go in battle. You got 5 days to use them though, so they do expire. So just know that it's just another way for you to build community, but also monetize. And so that happens Friday. Coach Jesse is hosting two different types of experiences. One is what's called a group battle. That's why I say it could be longer than 5 minutes, where you're gonna come to her room. There is 8 people in boxes, and in those boxes, it's like a game of musical chairs. So it's elimination. So whoever has the most points within each round keeps progressing, and until there's one winner essentially, and then who doesn't have the most points, they get removed. So you want to have your friends join. You want to have your supporters come in. It should be a fun time. Okay, I gotta go. Thanks for the lunchtime learning. You're welcome, friend. And so let me know when you apply to. Are you doing a buy-in? What's a buy-in? Is that for the battle? What's that mean? Is that part of the battle for the in terms of people who have the most gifts? Kind of what Kim did for her session. It was the people who were the top gifters. They were able to participate. No, I don't think Coach Jessie is doing it that way. She's doing it where it was sign up if you wanted to, based on who was in the room. I mean, from the agency. So process of elimination had like more musical chairs. Yeah. So it wasn't a buy-in. Mm-mm. I think that Nika, let me know if that's what you thought. With the box battle, I've seen where they have to send a gift to participate. Yeah. No, she did. This is like agency. So it was like anyone who wanted to sign up to learn how to do it. So this is part of her friends and learn session. Yeah, but to your point, people will do it based on who are your top gifters. Yeah, yeah. So that's the way she's doing it. So and then I know another one's that's happening soon is I am Yolanda Marie. She's doing it. First time I heard of buy-in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, she used that term, but that's essentially what it is. It's a buy-in. So if you have top gifters already, top viewers who already have done it, you could pick from that list, or you could be a little bit more intentional, I guess, or manipulative, and be like, hey, right now we're doing a buy-in. Send your top opportunity. I don't want to say the word because TikTok would be like, what you doing? First time I heard of buy-in, it says, good morning, Janine invited me. Hello, friend. The big exclusive shop. I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Awesome. Welcome to the room, friend. Successful has them send a specific gift. Okay, gotcha. See, I ain't gonna say names of gifts, but yeah. Successful is another live host. That's why she said it that way. So that's a different live host. But she's basically saying that there is a strategy there. So if you want to be part of it, you're gonna do the buy-in. Back, how you doing, big brother? Thank you so much for being here. So yeah. So my other friend who just joined, let me know if you have any last minute questions. The big exclusive shop. Appreciate you joining the live. Let me know if there's any questions. Janine is saying, hey. She in the room. So yeah, and if Janine sent you because of the agency conversation, let me know if you're interested in joining the agency. You would get a referral code from Janine. You would get a referral code from Janine, and that way she's able to get the referral for you joining the live. I appreciate you being here though. But let me know if you have specific questions. I just talked. Yes, that's why she invited me. Okay. So let me do a recap of the agency. I'm going to talk about it, and then I'm probably going to get off close to noon. And if you are interested in joining, then you could connect with Janine and make sure you get the actual link to join. Because there's a link in here, but I don't want you to touch that one because I want you to get it from Janine. So that way you'll have it and you can join through her link. I like that you're not doing that. Host makes diamonds from the yes, from the box battles. Anyway, right? Yes. So when you host a battle, so Coach Jesse's going to talk about that. When you host any battle, well, I'm sorry, the box battles, where a guest. Well, let me say this: whenever you have a guest in your room, the host gets a percentage of whatever gifts are given to your guest. So just keep that in mind, whether it's a panel whether it's a box battle, whether it is some other gameplay you're doing. If you're hosting in your room, you get some of that. So keep that in mind. So you always, as a host, are going to get, like when you go to a party and you bring a host a welcome gift. You give the host a what is it, a thank you gift? Yeah, that's the whole concept. Yeah, so the host benefits. Yes, that's why she invited me. Okay, perfect. Let me share about that. I'm unfamiliar with agency, so I'm new here to learn. Perfect, friend. Let me talk about my agency, and then you said exactly. Yeah. So when it comes to the an agency, let me give you the broad definition or broad, purpose of this. So TikTok essentially wants people to go live. They see the value of the live streaming business. People are here, people are engaging, people are learning and growing. I always point to my watch as I say TikTok, TikTok, TikTok wants you to be consistent, they want you to engage, and they want you to stay. Okay, the longer you stay, the more you do. Maybe you go to TikTok shop, maybe you are in a live stream and you're engaging there and sending gifts and doing all the things here, or maybe you're going into content and engaging there. TikTok wants you to be in the app. So live streaming has become a big business for them. And so for them, they're like, okay, well, how do we get more people to go live? How do we get more people to build community, keep people here, keep growing our platform so that we are one of the biggest platforms in the world. So they're trying to take over the world. But what they've done is, thank you so much, friends. What they've done is essentially deployed agencies to support live hosts. So they've kind of deputized these agencies to be supporters of live hosts to help you grow when it comes to training, hosting strategy, monetization strategies, helping you when it comes to knowing some of their different campaigns and other challenges that are in the platform for you to do and participate in, helping you when it comes to violations. So if you advocacy for you. So if you are in trouble with TikTok, maybe you got a violation or ban, an agency can submit an inquiry on your behalf. So all of that is what TikTok is doing when it comes to agencies. So that's what agencies can offer you. All agencies do things differently. TikTok does not have a manual. We are not necessarily employees of TikTok. We're not employed by them, just like you're not employed by them. But you're here to support. And so everybody does it a little differently. So for my agency, I don't have requirements. I have strong encouragements. I explain how this app operates. I give you tips and strategies. I do a weekly meeting over Zoom for the agency. That's on Sundays at 6:30. I'll also do one-on-ones if you want to meet with me. I have a data-driven approach, so I teach you how to look at your live analytics. How do you think very intentionally about your growth strategy? Whether do you want more followers? Are you trying to get more likes, diamonds? What are you trying to do? So I give you tips and strategies on how to improve your live stream. I help you understand what the viewers are looking at. So we talk about looking at your recordings. I want you to make sure you have great lighting, great sound, great internet access. So all those things matter for your live stream to be successful. And then we talk about engagement with your viewers. And so wanting to make sure that your live stream is successful. So we talk through all that, and then we talk about practice makes perfect. I'm sorry, practice makes progress, not perfection. So we want to make sure you're growing, but you don't have to be perfect at this. So really quickly, my agency, like I said, we do the weekly meetings. I do the one-on-ones. We have a school platform. We currently have WhatsApp. We have four group chats here. So we do group chats in TikTok where you can share and share your live, share your content. We've grown. I think we're upwards of, there's some more people looking to join, but we're at 103 now officially. I have to reach out to the other people because some links are going to expire. But with that, that's pretty much the agency. I'm trying to think. So Janine has a referral link. Everybody in the agency will receive referral links so that they can refer people who have joined the agency. And then with a referral link, you can share out to people. You can share out to people, and then they in turn can support you as well as you're supporting them. So that's the whole point. But anybody who did not get referred by somebody through going to their live or someone already in agency. There is a link in the corner that you can click. And so you can click that. Let me know if there's any questions though first. So let me know if you have any questions. Hello, Mrs. Treetop. Appreciate you, friend. Hello, hello. Um, Thank you so much for being here. Tap out to 100K. Oh my gosh, we are almost at 100K. Yes. Teray, how are you, friend? Appreciate your red bone love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate the follow as well. Big exclusive. Let me know if there's any questions though. I'm happy to answer questions. I want to make sure you guys feel supported. Many people come back and they use this as they call it homeroom. So you come back to homeroom, you get questions answered. I go out to your lives. I was with Yoli. I popped in on her live yesterday, so that was awesome because she's doing a 30-day challenge. She's trying to go live every day. Thank you for the donuts, friends. I appreciate you. And then she's trying to do a 30-day challenge. And then you have C West. She's our voice guru. That's her new name. Yes, homeroom. Thank you so much. She's the voice guru. So she was going live yesterday. She was trying to get to 90 minutes. So she got to 90 minutes. We had, who else did 90 minutes? 90 minutes was Janine. You went over 90 minutes. Coach Rhonda went over 90 minutes. So I was like, oh my gosh, y'all out here doing it. Yes. So a lot of people are pushing the limits. You know, I say you want to go live at least 3 days for at least an hour, which I think that's a good start. That helps the algorithm kind of get to know you, like you, trust you, your audience as well. Yes, we in these streets. Y'all are in these streets. Um, and so just know that that's a big part of it. You just got to get comfortable going live. Do it repeatedly. You get better. It gets better. I'm going live at 5. Homeroom. Love that. I love a 90 minutes. Now, wellness girl, you need to be doing like 2.5 hours though, friend. I'm just saying the people want more. They asking a little bit more of you, friend. They're like, what you leaving already? Who was that? Was that favorite? Favorite's like, what happened to the ocean drum? What was the waves? You was getting off. You was like, I'm done. I'm tired. He was like, no, encore. No, wellness girl, wellness girl. That's her room. You said, who, me? Should your first live just be an introduction? Um, you want to go at least 30 minutes. I think for your very first one. If you're really talking about the very, very first one, you're trying to figure this thing out. I do count the trial live as your first one, just so for the record, for my friends who have to do a trial live. They do, and my energy says we flat on we flat on my face. He's like, I can't do no more. My arms hurt. I didn't hit this drum for 90 minutes. Love it. Yes, her lives are amazing, Reset. It is. I love it. Are there niche or topic specific rules for joining an agency? Um, well, TikTok has community guidelines. So you got to follow the community guidelines when you go live. So that is the case. So for my agency, no. I had one person join. I didn't know what their niche was, but it was a gamer. So we do have one gamer, y'all. He don't game often, but it is one gamer in the agency. But I'm not a gaming live, so I don't know much about it. But yeah, it turned out he was a gamer. It's like, okay, all right, you just gonna do your video game, all right. But for the most part, we got one DJ. We love Raymond, so DJ Raymond, he's good. He's really good. And then other than that, most of the people in the agency, it runs the gamut. We got so many different. I mean, there's so many gifts and talents here. So to answer your question, I guess in general, in terms of what you would have to keep in mind is you got to follow the community guidelines. TikTok is particular about lives that obviously anything to do with controversial topics, political commentary, that type of stuff. I think TikTok is a little sensitive to that. So I would say probably be careful and tread lightly if that is part of your focus because it could be a little sensitive. Anything that may sound like TikTok's concerned about anything that may be manipulative or fraud or scammy, there's a violation that's specific to that. So you got to be careful about that. Um, Hate speech, anything like that, obviously you can't do in general on TikTok or many of the platforms. So just be careful about what your topic is. But beyond that, I don't think there's. Thank you, Luna. I see you, Fred. I don't think there's too much that is problematic. Do you mind me asking what's your topic? What's your niche? Let me know, and then maybe we could be like, oh, you gotta be careful. But let me know what it is, and we can talk about it. It's easier to stay live longer when someone on with you. Yes, it's easier. It is. But I share with you all, you guys got to spend some time with that engagement. That's probably, if I was to name like the top, I probably would say my top three things I'm noticing across the board. Let me say that real quick because I'm gonna get off shit soon. I need to get in class, I know, but how do I have live promote Digi Business? Say that again. How do I do live promote Digi Business? What do you mean? Like the promote feature? You paying to get your live promoted? Is that what you meant? Okay. I don't know if that's what you meant, but let me know what you meant by that. Thank you so much for the live. Top three things that I would say that I would tell you guys to pay attention to. Top three is Hinge Doc. Top three things, and this is like not everybody. I'm just saying across the board. This is like if I was to say, okay, here are my top three that I want you guys. Top three things that yes. So I created ebooks about AI. Okay. And I'm writing a series of books on financial literacy for children. Oh, I love that. I think you might be okay. The AI is kind of tricky right now because TikTok is like, oh, what does it mean for AI and how can that be misleading too? So you just got to be careful. Look at the latest community guidelines. They speak to AI quite a bit. Digital products business info, please. Brad Star, I don't know what the question is. What do you mean? Let me understand the question. But so hello everyone, how you doing? How like you? Okay, top three things. Let me get through this real quick. So top three things I would tell you guys to pay attention to. Number one, I always say engagement with your audience. We get to talking, we want to share all our information, we want to do our sales pitch, we want to do all things. You gotta spend some time with your audience. Hello, you got a violation. Let me see. You probably got let me check. I can check and see if you got a violation. You might have got a restriction, but let me check. You got a restriction. I don't see a violation. So you got a restriction, but let me understand what was the restriction for. Put it in there. Violations are different from restrictions. Restrictions means that they're restricting your live feed. You probably need to have on a content disclosure when you use a board, it turns on automatically. So something you said triggered it. So you just got to be careful about what you said. But what was the restriction for? They probably restricted your visibility for a minute. But let me know, was it a true violation? Well, it wasn't a true violation because it's not in my system. The violation stuff I do see, so I will see it. So you got to engage with your audience. You got to talk to them. You got to connect with them. They got to feel seen and heard. That's how you build community. You got to encourage them to artificial manipulation, follow party. Oh yeah, so the follow for follow. So they restricted you. I got that. Did you appeal it and they released it? Did you appeal it? I'm promoting my digital marketing online business. I'm asking what's safe. Okay, give me a second, Rising Star, because I gotta ask some more questions. Okay. Second thing I would say is lighting and sound. Lighting and sound is a big thing. So a lot of the sound, a lot of the lighting, a lot of what people are seeing. That's why I said go back and look at your recordings. Go look and see what people see. So if you look very like you're in a dark room or the lighting and sound are big, yes, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. Okay, and if I was to add to that lighting, sound, and internet quality, That's the other one because people are buffering and stuff. So adding to that, internet quality. Yes. Yeah, that's a big one. Um, and then, so top one is engagement with your audience. There's a lot of times people are ignoring the chat, not seeing it. There are plenty of of that racist. Let me understand what that means. I love Janine's setup, top notch. Yes, Janine's, I love her. Her room too. Her room is very podcast like. With the lighting and stuff. She was so cute. She didn't know how to mirror her video, so her words were backwards. But now she got it. She got it now. But yeah, it's top notch. Um, so you gotta engage with your audience. You gotta make sure people feel seen and heard. You gotta do that connection. You want them to engage with each other. That's so important. Your lighting is amazing, wellness girl. Yes, she brings a whole experience. Yeah. Do you review lives briefly in the Zoom calls? I haven't done that because I really haven't had to do. I haven't done that. I think a lot of people are still getting comfortable talking and sharing their message. So I think that's the biggest piece. That's actually that leads to my third thing because Rising Star, give me a second. Your question is very specific. Give me a second. Let me finish this topic first because I think you're asking something that we probably need to meet one on one for, and I'm happy to meet with you one on one. But I think you're asking something that is very specific to how you do something about promoting your business, and I would tell you. I would tell you to listen to these top three things first before you go there. So the last thing I'm going to say is oftentimes we want to get people to come and buy, get our stuff. And there's something to be said about making sure that first of all, your message is clear. You practice communicating in a way where when nobody's in the room, that's what I said, it's important. So if I gave top three things, I think people are uncomfortable when nobody's in the room. You got to be comfortable with that because that's the best time to perfect your intro, to perfect what you're sharing with your audience, to perfect if you have a product that you're trying to promote. Like, what does it look like to talk about that and lead people towards your solution? First of all, you got to give them added value. So so if it is a digital product that you have, then you want to say, okay, here's why this digital product is your solution, but you got to lead them there first. So you got to give some value. So if you know your audience, I always tell you guys, you got to know your audience. You're talking to a specific person. You are not talking to everybody. You're not. If that's the biggest misnomer. If you sit here and say, "Oh, I don't care who in my room. I want to talk to everybody. Everybody coming in." You can't do that. That's marketing 101. When you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Because people are like, "Okay, this message isn't for me. I'm just gonna swipe past. This ain't for me. You ain't talking to me." Because you didn't direct your comments towards my pain points, the things that I find important and valuable. So that's why I said you got to spend some time knowing who you're talking to. So if you are going to come here and say, oh, well, I want to just reach, anybody who comes in my room, I want them to come and get my solution. No, the people coming in your room needs to feel like they're connected to you somehow. They got to get to know, like, and trust you. So as you're spending time when no one's in the room, how you doing, Patrice? When no one's in the room and you're talking through your message, use that time wisely. Use that time to kind of work through what you want to share about your intro. Use that time to talk to your audience who is coming into the room. Hello. It could be scary. Yes, I had to focus on my message and my confidence. Yep. Yep. Hello. How you doing, Patricia? So just recognizing that that's the time to do it. And it's hard. Don't get me wrong when you by yourself. But what I will tell you is, and I'm just saying this, like sometimes that time is necessary. And then go back and look at your recordings. A lot of times we don't want to do that self-critique, that self-evaluation. Go back. I jokingly say in the beginning of me, you see my hands are down here right now. Yes, ma'am. My hands are down here because I'm like, okay, I told you jokingly where I was like always talking. I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. People's like, is that American Sign Language? Somebody actually wrote that to me, y'all. I was like, no, it's me just flinging my fingers. but recognizing that that is a piece of it, and I had to go back and evaluate, like, okay, how do I not fling my fingers all in my face? I couldn't even post content because my hands was so distracting. So just recognizing that becomes something you got to put in check. Like, do you go back and look at your recordings and look at your sound and see your lighting? And I had my early videos. I was sitting on my little sofa over here. I have a little futon sofa. I had a little table, a little end table. I would have my phone set up on, and I would sit from that angle. Well, the problem is my back was to my window, and it made my lighting darker. So I had to change the orientation. So I was like, well, let me just sit at my desk. I'm looking at my light. I'm looking at my window. It's facing me. My lighting is facing me now, and now you can see me better. So that you got to put in perspective. Like, what type of experience are you offering to your community? If it's easy, there's someone wrong. Say that. If it's easy, there's something wrong with it. Yo, that's that was that's the truth. You said it's always something. If it's that easy, something's wrong. Something you need to improve. That's true. Can I sit for a few minutes to see if I fit? Sure, friend. Friend, you are welcome to sit. Well, you know what, friend? You may have to come back. Do me a favor, Patricia. I come back at 4 o'clock because I was just looking at the time. We're afternoon. So I come back at 4 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be back. I'll be back. And I do this twice a day. I do 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. But I'm happy to come. And you are welcome to come back. You're welcome to sit with me and ask questions or just connect with others in the room. So you're totally fine. I use my hands all the time. I know, friend. I saw that. I was like, Lord. No, but did you do the hand heart gesture? That's become my new thing. Well, I shouldn't say my new thing. I've been doing it for a while, but that was my solution because I was like, I ain't gonna stop flinging my hands, Lord. So what do I need to do? I need to do something with these hands. So then it became, okay, let me do the hand heart. Let me do that. Now my hand heart, without y'all see it with the structure, my hand hearts are really bad too. My daughter teased me. She said, Mama, your hand hearts are not good. But y'all don't see that because y'all see the actual hand heart there. So that's how it works. I got scared today. I had 0 for longer than usual, and I came back to what I'm providing in my breath. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that happens too. Sometimes it can be a little hard because I've had that experience where it's like, where are the people in the room? This is taking forever. TikTok is a little glitchy though, and so I don't know if it's you. I think it's a TikTok too. Where do you find our lives? Where do we find our lives? The recordings. When you go to your live center. So let's start here. If you go to your profile page, I'm gonna actually show it to you, friend, on my page because I'm gonna get off soon. So I'm going to go to my TikTok shop page. So give me a second. So this is my TikTok shop page. I'm going to mirror my camera so that you guys can see the words and it's not going to be reversed. So you're going to go to your TikTok studio. So you're on your profile. Go to your TikTok studio. Once you click TikTok studio, you'll see live and tools. You're going to go to the live side. This is your live center. This is all your live center. Okay, so you'll see all your information here. And then if you scroll down, there's an area that says tools and resources right there, live recordings. You click that, you see all your recordings, okay? I swiped out, but essentially your live recordings are there. It shut down on me. So yeah, so that's where it's at. Cheryl, that's for Android, the live center. What you mean, friend? What you mean for the recordings? Your recordings are there. Everybody has their lives recorded. The way you find it I'm not an Android person, so I have iPhones, but the way you find it should be similar. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all see me go to that long enough to know if it's all the same for Androids. We need to get Coach Jesse to teach you. Teach me what? Teach me what? Teach me what? Let me know. What I say? Oh, the hand heart. Oh, my hand heart. That's it. That's what you're talking about. I think that's what you're saying. I didn't know I could do a hand heart. Wait a minute. What did you say? A hand heart and see that cute heart. Yes, that's a filter. I'm sorry, that's an effect. That's under the effects. Click wand. If you click the wand when you're live, you'll see the effects. So that's an effect. It's called hand heart. And that's where you can do it. And then I can do like this. See that? I want to do. Keep the little heart up. So I can do that too. But yeah. I was regarding the heart. Yes. I'm commenting in real time. You comment in real time. Okay. I love it. I didn't went away. I'm sorry. You said, so yes, so the hand heart, um, yeah, so you guys can definitely do that. Okay. Do you have to turn the hand heart on every time? No, it stays on. It stays as an effect until I change. And when I do when I show you guys the little man, the little green screen, and I have something for my camera roll, I have to go back to my hand heart. So it's under effects, but it stays there. When I go to the next live, my effects stay on. The last effect that I used is there. So hand heart stays on most of the time. Yep. You said, oh, perfect. Good afternoon, Harvey. How are you? Y'all so cute. Y'all like, we just want to learn about the hand heart, doc. Yeah, so funny. Just teach us the hand heart. I want you. Thank you for the shares, friend. I will. I want you all to realize that this is a process. It is not an overnight thing. Okay? It does take time. Anybody who said it happened for them overnight, they're not telling the truth. Unless they had already paid their dues somewhere else, like the celebrity folks, and they come over here and they turn on the camera and their room is rooming, and all of a sudden everybody's in a room because they didn't already did their celebrity stuff. And they built up that following, they built up that community. So that's when that happens. But it takes time to build your community. It takes time. So you should not expect for it to happen overnight. Overnight is not necessarily sustainable. That's true too. Yeah, that's true. It is a marathon, not a sprint for sure. That is true. Yep, I love the running. I love the running analogies. That is so true. Um, so yeah, you just gotta start somewhere, and then Rising Star. Yeah. So let me know if you want to schedule a one-on-one, because the whole conversation surrounding your digital products and how to promote them, I that's a slightly different strategy. You just got to be cognizant of what you're trying, who you're talking to, and what you're trying to offer. Okay? If you know your audience, if you know the demographic, the psychographic, how they think, how they feel, the emotional pieces of them, and then those pain points. What are they struggling with? What is the issue for them? And then, how you doing, Chris? And then, how do you have a solution to address that pain point? Okay? So that's who you're talking to. So, you guys, I know I tell this to you all the time. I'm talking to the people who want to learn TikTok. I'm talking to the older millennials, the Gen X, the baby boomers that are here. Like, okay, Doc, what is this platform? I want to learn it. I want to make money because I'm tired of my 9 to 5. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm shy. I'm scared. I'm introverted. I don't know if I could do this because this brings on too much anxiety. I always love your live. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. And so just recognizing that I know my audience. I speak to my audience. And so when everything's said and done, I'm here to help those people, and I help them in different ways. Thank you so much for the populars. I help them in different ways. I want you, oh, 10K, do we get 10K? Look at y'all. Thank you so much. You guys are so lovely. I love that. And so just recognizing that that's a part of it. And thank you for the 10K. And so as you're doing this, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Pain point, stress, anxiety, physical and emotional pain, solution, rest, relaxation, and sleep, and sound healing. I love it, friend. And so, Wellness Girl, she's our sound healing. So she's like, you know what? You're going to get rest, relaxation, sleep as I tap these drums and talk real soft to you. And so that's what she's doing. But you got to know your audience. You got to know who you're talking to. If you don't spend that time learning that community, and there's cheat codes, you can use ChatGPT, you can use the AI to kind of give you a sense of who you're talking to. Because again, your audience should be a reflection of you. Give me that headache. He said, give me that headache. So funny. um, it should be a reflection of you. That's what I tell you. Hey, if you are getting people to know, like, and trust you, then they need to know who you are. They need to feel like this woman gets me, this man gets me, this person gets me, because I've been struggling. Been struggling with my sleep. I'm so nervous. I can't relax. Your life calms me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to do that for your community. So you got to know who you are talking to. First of all, you got to know your topic and your niche, and then know who you're talking to. Okay, and then you got to make sure your solution, what you're offering, aligns with what their pain points are and how you're solving that for them. So that's going to be important, guys. I need, I would, strongly encourage. That's what I do. Strong encouragements. I would strongly encourage you to sit down and spend some time there. And then when you don't have people in your room, you're working through that message. Okay? Learning all the time. Look at you, Fred. Appreciate you. It was Leslie. Thank you so much for joining. Leslie. Um, and so just recognizing that that's a big piece of it. So when you guys don't have people in your room, spend that time doing that. Spend it doing it. Spend it being authentic. Um, you said I need a nickname, the sleep whisperer, maybe. Is that it? Y'all. You are a sleep whisperer. Now we gotta get those people awoke. Make sure that they are engaging, okay? But you got a lot of engagement too, so we just gotta work through that. I know there's a process that's happening there for you, which is awesome. Any last minute questions? Your girl has gone to 12:15. TikTok, how long did you say I went? TikTok said I've gone 2 hours and 6 minutes. I always tell you, look at your analytics. I've gone 2 hours and 6 minutes. Um, and thank you all for the taps, the shares, the comments, the gifts, the follows. If you haven't followed the live host, make sure you follow me. And so if you want to continue to come to my live, you can click my bell on my profile as well, so you can get information from when I post and when I go live. I am doing my sub only live, and so if you're a subscriber, I'll be back at my 4 o'clock live for everybody. But then I'm also coming back at 6:30 for my sub only live. We are going to spend some time talking about subscriptions. I want you to know about subscriptions, super fan, all the things. I want you to feel comfortable with that. I'm never ending my live until I confirm the time. Now, there we go, friend. That's it. Confirm your time, okay? So, yeah, so definitely look at your time. Make sure you know how long you've gone live. Push the limit if you can, okay? Because you guys will hear me say, oh, I'm about to get off, I'm about to get off. Yeah, push your limit a little bit. I certainly needed that info. Oh, really, Holly Q? I appreciate your friend. Message me. What happened with your live today? Let me know, Holly Q, if you want to touch base. I don't see a violation, so I'm assuming it was a restriction that happened. And TikTok was like, and let me say this, I got that same message last weekend. I can't remember. I got it recently. It was in the last 7 days. And essentially what happened was I was talking about how to engage. I gave the message about how to go to those engagement rooms and be very engaged. And TikTok was like, oh no, you're manipulating. You're doing follow for follow. And I was like, I was not. And so when it popped up, it says appeal. I clicked appeal, and I always pick the first one. This is my tip to you all. I always pick the first one. It's like, why did I get this? I don't know why I got it. And it's so far for me, knock on wood, they removed the restriction and it gets approved. But just know that you should appeal it if you have the option to, and see what happens. And like I said, I've been picking the first one. You said I just started using my timer. Your timer for your live stream, so you can just know when you are where you're at throughout the time. I like what you did though. You kind of let people know what to expect along the way. So in your live wellness girl, you say we're gonna have 3 phases. Phase 1, 20 minutes or so. Phase 2, phase 3, and then you do the drums. Is that phase 4? Let me know if that's Facebook. I know where I'm at. Okay, that's good. That's good. But it's good that you're also managing people's expectations in the room by talking through those from a phase approach. So that's really good. I love that. So let me know. Somebody tried to co-host with me. No, sir. Um, let me know if there's any last minute questions, friends. I will be back. It's 12:19. I gotta jump to my meetings shortly. That happened because people have told me to be quiet, so I created a split of three-way. How they gonna tell you to be quiet on your live? You know what, they wrong for that. Who, who does that? Who does that? Like, you come to my live to come sleep on my screen, and you want me to be quiet? Be quiet is a problem. I know. And it worked out perfectly to give shout outs and help with engagement. Yes, it does. It does. I love it. I love it. You need to add some more pauses. Like, look here, there's going to be 4 waves, 5 waves. Because y'all got to engage more. Y'all not just going to sleep the whole time. But I picked up what they was putting down. I know, friend. It's like, I'm going to get this quick 20-minute nap in. I'm going to be staying for her first wave. They wrong for that. That you know what? I don't know about people. You say you're the captivated whisperer. But yeah, so all right, friends. I appreciate everybody coming through. They started getting quiet right before the third wave. Like, why is it so quiet? Oh, so you could tell like the chat is not chatting as much. You're like, okay, let me see. Let me interrupt this real quick. I don't know, friend. You might have a fourth wave that you might have to ask. Like, okay, there's gonna be 4 waves, and they're gonna be 15 minutes each. All right. Okay. So you guys have a good one. I'm gonna be back at 4, and we'll talk there. And then, like I said, we'll do the sub only live at 6:30. We'll talk and chat about subscriptions, the super fan, and making sure people are preparing for that. That's September 15th. That happens. You said fourth wave with oceans. See you at 4. Okay, perfect. All right, friends. Catch y'all later. Make sure you claim any of your points if you're missing any of those engagement points. And I appreciate all the support with everybody coming in. And I'll see you guys shortly, okay? Miss Charlene, I'm leaving. All right, friends. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining. You see how I have to do the transitions? Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all the support. I will be back at 4. I'm going to turn on the live and we will continue our chat then. All right, take care. Bye bye.